this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
All right, greetings. Welcome. King Simon in the building as usual. How y'all feeling? How you feeling? Oh yeah, baby. Welcome to another episode of King Simon Presents. Of course, we got some big things coming up in the month of May. Today, the month of May coming up on the 2nd, of course, of May. We have a very special guest coming up. Of course, just want to make sure everything is going well and give myself a well-deserved round of applause as we're coming in. So in the month of May, we got Mr. Adams coming in on May the 2nd. Red Pill coming in on May the 2nd. Also, Mr. Adams will be coming in early that afternoon, and then Red Pill will be coming in at 9 p.m. Of course, Dr. Shakira Moore is coming in on that Wednesday. And then that Sunday, TJ Lofton. Dr. Shakira Moore is dealing with the iridology. And then TJ Lofton is dealing with gentrification and how to make money off of this gentrification stuff for the Black nation, of course. Then Brother Kwesi is coming in live and direct. And then we got Marcia Marie Moore coming in. And then we have Lioness Crown coming in. And then we have Nadine J. Barton coming in, a naval officer in chief coming in. And the special broadcast for the month of May will be Minister Nori Muhammad, Dr. Phil Valentine, and Shireen, aka Susie Q from the former disco diva, will be in the building. So let's give all of them a well-deserved round of applause. We're gonna have a hype weekend of May. We're gonna be turned up in May. Legend is here. The legend is here. Oh, yes. Thank you. Oh, my applause. I deserve it not. What's up, family? Your brother King Simon in the building. Let me turn my legend. This was made by Blue Pill, if y'all don't know. Blue Pill and Red Pill produced this hat, Legend. So I might turn it to the back, look like Professor Griff after the Legend move. Nah, I like this. I like the front. I like the Legend. Let's promote the Legend because that's what I am. And we got a special show for you, but I have to apologize because Soul Flow Doula could not find any a babysitter for her children or her child, and she's going through some stuff right now. So she did postpone or cancel at the last minute, but it is what it is. Got to respect my doctor friend who recommended her and referred her. She came in highly recommended now, and I ain't afraid to say it, by Dr. MJ, the acupuncturist. Give her a round of applause, who we had on here speaking on fibroid tumors and all that kind of stuff. So, but she's not going to make it. But another doula is a good friend of mine's who actually was getting ready to had a long day. And I'm happy that she was able to make it today and she'll be coming up at 8 o'clock. Her name is Zakiyah. Sister Zakiyah is not only a sacred woman practitioner, she's a health and wellness coach. She's a birthing doula. She's a self-love enthusiast, and she's an expert dancer and movement specialist. She calls herself the goddess of movement. So she'll be on with us. So we got a dancer, we got a sacred woman practitioner, so we get to ask all kinds of questions. But I see my partner in Vibe in the background there. I see her in the background, so I think she's ready. I got a new camera right now, but I just got the camera mixer. The mixer literally just came 5 minutes ago, so I'll be doing the whole 2-camera thing soon and be mixing it down and having good old time with the mixer. Yeah, give myself a round of applause again for that. Oh, yeah. So I see my partner in Vibe in the background. You know this beautiful lady right here. Just want to hold her by her hair. Pull it. Let's welcome the one, the only Aisha.
Oh my goodness. I can't. I don't know.
What you out of here?
And I find the hair pulling not like pulling, but I find that so relaxing.
Yeah, you gotta know how to do it. You see, if you don't know how to do it right, I like to massage. I like to massage. I went to school for massage, so I like to massage and wash people's hair, or wash ladies' hair. They love women like a good man that has strong hands that can give that good hair massage, that head massage. So
That is so true. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, yeah, it's stimulated to me too. So I have good hands for that. I remember a friend of mine used to work in a hair salon, and she wanted me to do. She had so much customers, she'll have me do the washing of the ladies' hairs and stuff. And I could have went down that route, but I was a massage therapist, so it just made sense. In massage therapy, you massage the head anyway, so you got to know what you're doing and get all the points. So yeah. So, when you're ready for a good hair massage, you let me know. You want a good hair wash? That's right, ladies. You can hire these hands. I'll send the hands by itself. Leave me out of this equation, because I don't want to get in trouble. I got 9 children already. So, how you feeling, girl? How you feeling?
Really good. Yes.
Well, as you heard, our doula specialist had to postpone, and we'll see if we can set her up for another time. But last minute, literally last minute, she just postponed, and that's just not good to me. But it is what it is. We gotta keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it moving.
Yes, and it happens.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
It's a fine order that it happened for a reason. So we're gonna follow through. Keep it going, like you said.
That's right. Keep it pushing. So we got Sacred Woman Zakiyah coming in, Sacred Woman practitioner, and that's a plus because she studied under Queen Afua, good friend of mine, and she studied under various people, and she's also a niece of a good friend of mine also that I've known for many years too. So I've seen her. She's also part of the dance group with her moms back in the day, and they used to perform at the African Arts Festival in Brooklyn and all that kind of stuff. Her brothers are like drummers and chief drummers and all that. So she's gonna come up and feel it. And she's a birthing doula. So that's I love that already. So how was your week so far? We're at Hump Day. Today is Hump Day.
Today is Hump Day?
Today's Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday. They call it Hump Day. Yeah, this is the day y'all humping. I'll drink to that. Yeah, people wonder what the hell he got in that damn cup.
Bring it on. Today is a day to build a nation.
It's water. Yeah, it's water. Now, been an interesting week so far. I've been watching some stuff. I just watched Iyanla Vanzant on The Breakfast Club, and she said some very key stuff about healing, man. And I suggest people watch that because this was her last season of doing Fix My Life. Yeah, this last season. This was it. She's not doing it. She's been doing it for 12, 13 years. She's not doing it anymore, which is ironic to me because right now she would be in a 9 personal cycle, and 9 is the number of completion and ending. So if you add the birthday and doing with year-to-year numerology, 9 plus 13, or 9 plus, let's say 13, add up to 13 to a 4. Let's make 1 plus 3 a 4. 9 plus 4 equals that 13 number. And then 13 plus 2005, that would equal, 2021, which is a 5, would equal 18, which is a number 9. 1 plus 8 was 9. So she's in a 9 personal year right now. So give her a round of applause because Lloyd Strayhorn is her numerologist too. Lloyd Strayhorn is a numerologist, so I know she knows her numbers. I've been at the Essence, at the Circles of Sisters, and Lloyd would say, hey, she's in the crowd of everybody, a whole big crowd. And she says, hey, Lloyd would just say, hey, Iyanla. And she said, she knows his voice from anywhere. She said, Lloyd, is that Lloyd Strayhorn? She said, Lloyd. I said, see, Lloyd knows us. Lloyd knows them celebrities. I'd be like, okay, go ahead, Lloyd. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, she was in a big crowd and Lloyd said something and It was like, boom. Lloyd, hey Lloyd, how you doing? Hey Lloyd, is that Lloyd Strayhorn? He said, yeah, that voice, boy. He always kept that smooth voice. So big up to Lloyd Strayhorn for what he's doing and who we know. So we're gonna have a good night tonight, family. How you feeling? What's going on? What's going on in your world? You can text your questions also. You can cash at me. That's $King Simon 3158. But you can also text your questions to 347-496-1022 if you want to text. If you want to text, or if you want to put it up in the chat. If you want to put it up in the chat, it's all right. Okay. Peace, King. Thank you for all you do. Okay, let me see what Stacy is saying. Hobson. Okay, Peace, King. Thank you for all you do. Being introduced to Dr. MJ by my man via you has made a world of difference from my our relationship. Okay, good. Dr. MJ. Hey, MJ. I'm not saying Michael Jackson either. It's Dr. MJ. Dr. MJ, the acupuncturist. I'm so happy. I mean, we got some good reports about people getting pregnant after dealing with Dr. MJ and all of those type of things I've been finding out. So enough respect to Dr. MJ for doing what she does. Dr. MJ. Do you know what I'm saying? So how was your week so far, beautiful?
It was good so far. It's a new chapter, a new book, a new chapter. So that's good. I had closure and I feel like I am now able to move forward. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing that you've been going through, right? And everything is closure is good.
Closure is good. It's beautiful. Things that turn sour turned out to be some pretty good lemonade.
That's a good look. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I can't complain about that. Yeah, family. I can't complain.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. And the family is doing well?
Yes, everyone is doing well. Everyone's happy. My little one's in the room with her little crew, and they're having their girl time, having a good time. So it's all good.
Okay, that's good. That's right. Let them have their little girl time. So enough respect to that. Give them a round of applause for that.
Her birthdays are back to back. One is today and one was yesterday.
Whose birthday?
My daughter's friends. One turned 12 yesterday. The other one turned 11 today.
Oh, happy birthday to them. Oh, wow. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. That's what you're talking about. Give them a happy birthday. Give them a happy birthday group hug for me. Give them a happy birthday group hug. You know what I'm saying? And that's what is important. That is what is important. So I'm glad they celebrate. And I tell people, don't be afraid to celebrate your Earth Day. Your Earth Day, it's your mama's birthday and your Earth Day. That's right. And it's your mother. Your mother could have lost you at that point. You know what I'm saying? You could have been lost in the womb. You could have been whatever. You could have came out a certain way. You could have came out a still baby, stillbirth. You made it through that birth canal, so you must learn to. I know people that don't like to celebrate "quote unquote" birthdays, but the birthday is really for your mom. You came to Earth, but at that point of time, it was an experience between both of you that could have took you out of it, could have took you out of here, and could have taken her out of here. Yeah, be real. So you gotta give honor and love. I don't care what religion you're under and all that kind of stuff. In our ancient culture, we understand and respect the birth and the Earth Day, to give respect to those two. So I had to school an older brother that I knew about who was telling me about birthdays and all that. So, you're a white man. I said, no, white man ain't come up with that. Please don't even think about that. Stop that foolishness. And I can prove it. That's how I can prove it. I got the books. Even white folks will tell you where it came from. Acknowledging and
it's the mother's birth. It's your mother's birthday. It's not your birthday. And I tell people that too. Exactly. And when it's my child's birthday, I'm like, no, it's your birthday. It's their Earth Day. Exactly. They came to the Earth. I told my mother that the same day. I said, "Mom, you officially have 4 birthdays." She was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "All of our birthdays is your birthday. We're supposed to be giving you a gift."
Exactly. That's what I usually do. So you have to do it. That's why you got to show honor. That's why on my Instagram I showed honor to my grandmother who gave birth to my mother. No matter what they went through as women back in their past, and whether her mother wasn't there or not, which was true. Her mother wasn't there. And I've said it before. She, you know, my grandmother gave her children, had children and gave it straight to the father. She only had one father, and that was my grandfather. And she had 3 girls and gave them straight to him and went and did her thing. That's just how it was, you know. And I was like, wow. I said, that's rough. But he handled it. He did raise 3 beautiful daughters, 3 successful daughters, and they all of them became homeowners and either nurses or whatever. And still, you know, still, but you know, it's nothing like having your mother. You can have your father around, but it ain't nothing like having your mother around. So I totally understand. And that's why I'm going to write about that. That's why I wrote about it in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, because she went through some mental issues. Being born on July the 7th, which is interesting because 7 is one of the mental numbers in numerology. So, especially in my book, and it's patterns that I'm looking at. I want people to be very clear. It's not like all people born under every number don't have certain issues, whether it's emotional, mentals, or nervous issues and all that. But the patterns that I've seen, not just in my own family, but I've seen in other people's family that I've studied with celebrities, watching celebrities go through, whether taking their life at certain times. I mean, y'all can Google it yourself. Get my book and Google Robin Williams, Don Cornelius, the guy that ran Golden Crust. There's so much comparison, so much connective sequences and patterns. I just kept on finding it. So obviously, those particular numbers, the 4, 7, 8, 5, and 3, are those numbers, and not just because it's connected to your birth. Not just because it's connected to a destiny or a life path or any other of those numbers in your name or your birthday, but you could be going through that cycle, that year cycle. You could be going through that month cycle. You could be going through that day cycle. That particular day, that particular month can lead to mental disturbances, mental throw you off mentally because of some type of trigger, something that you kept on listening to over and over and over again. And all of a sudden, boom, you just decide to go off the deep end. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Ian Levanzan spoke about it. Tyler Perry have done it. And they're both born on the 13th, which equals the number 4. Go figure. I can't make this stuff up. I really can't make this stuff up. For real. I can't make it up. You know?
That's really interesting.
I see you've been moving around in the Bronx up there, though. I'll be watching your pictures and your FB talk. You know what's going on? What's going on in the Bronx until our dear sister come on. Oh, I see my dear sister in the background. We're gonna bring her up in a few seconds. You know, yeah. What's going on out there in the Bronx? You just moving.
Yeah, it's a new page right now. You know, it's just time to move.
It's time to burn the pages, right?
It is.
Burn it.
It really is.
Just going It is what it is. All right, but I see our sister in the background, and look, this sister here. This sister that I'm about to bring up is an extraordinary sister. Believe me when I say this. She's not only a birth-in doula, she's a goddess of movement, health and wellness coach, sacred woman practitioner, self-love enthusiast, expert dance and movement specialist, and she's a vegan, for God's sake. Jesus Christ, let's welcome on the stage here and King Simon present the one, the only sister Zakiyah in the
building.
What's up, girl?
I'm amazing. Can I be heard?
Yes, you can be heard. Of course you can be heard.
Okay.
That's that respect for the elder stuff, you know. Can I be heard? Yes, you may.
I love that.
Yes, you may. Yes, you may. Can be heard. Yes, you may, my dear. So everything. Now, I just want to make sure all the business is right. Of course, I just want to make sure how people get to you. They can go to the IG, right? And of course, at the _1_ Zakiyah, right? And then the FB at Zakia Talibah. What's the last name there?
Kafense.
Fensei. Yes, right. So you can go to her FB and IG to contact her if you want her to do any birthing doula services. If you want her to actually show you, she has dance classes online. She teaches health and wellness coach. She's a sacred woman practitioner. She helps Queen of Four. She works with Queen of Four, who is a dear friend of mine. Let's give her a well-deserved round of applause because she was on the breakfast. She was on the breakfast club the other day.
Yes, she was.
She was lit. I was loving it.
Which is ironic to me because she's born August the 13th, and of course, Ian Levanzant was just born September the 13th, and they're good friends. Yeah. So that I was at Queen of Four's house about 10 years ago. Yeah, about 10 years ago, and Ian Levanzant dropped her niece off, or either a niece or one of her daughters or one of her dropped her off to go and get into Sacred Women program. Period. She didn't even come out the car. She got
dropped off.
Get your ass in there. Give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause.
Yes.
Because she understood that this child needed it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Zakiyah, let's go down that road first, because you became a sacred woman. What year did you become a sacred? And let me introduce you to Empress Aisha Moore first. Go ahead.
Greetings, Zakiyah. Greetings, sister.
Greetings, beloved. You look so familiar. I feel like I know you already, so I'm grateful to meet you.
Good. The feeling is mutual, so this is good. It wasn't just me. Good.
She could have been. She's been at one of the events. She could have been at any of the events vending, and you probably seen her. Or y'all could have been at different places because you're a vendor also. You've done your thing at different events and stuff. But let's deal with that journey before we go down the doula journey. Let's deal with that journey. No, matter of fact, let's deal with your first love, which was with your family, and that's dancing and drumming. Let's deal with that because that's a very important. Because I know your mom and dad. I know your uncle. I know your aunt. I know them for years. Talk about that journey first, please.
Yes. Well, first, I have to say that I'm gracious to just be on this platform, speaking with you, King Simon, and meeting the Sister Aisha. Thank you so much for including me and being part of this beautiful, amazing conversation. And so my parents have a musical background. They're of the Rastafarian community. So I grew up in that way. I have 9 brothers and sisters.
Yes.
And my parents are together for almost 40-something years.
Give them a round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause. Stop playing. That's how we do it.
African love indeed.
That's right.
So I grew up with a very rich background, and my parents showed all of us love and really actually pushed us to share our gifts and talents with the community, and with the world. And so dancing, my mother's a dancer, and she was expecting me at a dance class and almost had me at the dance class.
Wow.
And had most of her births at home with the amazing midwife, Sister Tyoma Fern.
Oh, yes, Tyoma. Yes, I know. She walks us through Prospect Park. Yes.
She is a community birther, okay? Birthing midwife.
I love Talibah. Oh my goodness.
Yes. She's birthed over like 2,500 babies.
Yes.
And so could you imagine?
Now hold on. Let me explain to the audience. Tyoma is not only a birthing midwife for over all these people, but she walks you through. She learned from Sundial's own Abdul Rashan from Sundial how to walk through the parks and find the plants that you can eat that are edible. She took us through the park. And she's an herbalist. Yes, man. Yes.
Homeopathic medicine is her jam, and she's so eloquent, and part of one of the reasons why I wanted to get into birth work as well. And so it's just all connected in a really beautiful way. But dancing for my family, all of my brothers drum or play some kind of musical instrument. My parents both write music and sing. I write and sing as well. Look out for the music soon.
That's right.
But, dancing has been a passion of mine. And for everyone, movement is life. If you're not moving, you're essentially dead. And so that is something that's etched into my soul. And so even just stretching, getting up in the morning and stretching and, hugging yourself. I hug myself.
Yes.
In the morning. I clap. because clapping is a way to create frequency. Even if you're feeling, yes, you clap, you
Oh,
jump.
okay. I didn't know. Okay.
Yes,
Yep.
whatever you need to do to shift, because we are more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. We're more powerful than what we see outside, what we see on TV and media. And so we have all that strength within us. And my parents just definitely steeped that in me. But dancing gives me so much joy. It's the just the way I connect with ancestral energy, you know, and just to Olodumare God, right? And giving thanks for the ability to move. When we're able to move and dance, you get a zest of life. You get that joy. You can create. And because we all have intuitive abilities, but I tap into creating through dancing as well. And so, you know, we have the monkey mind, which is the consciousness. And then when we can move into the automatic body, right? And shifting that energy. Imagine wanting to use the bathroom and can't use it, or wanting to get some of that residual stuff we hold, especially as women, a lot of stuff in our womb, right? Okay. And so once we're blocked up, you can't create. You know, many women are bitter. Many women are suffering internally with all these things from past and even past lives. So dancing just helps to excavate and move all of that stuff out. So
well, you know, and that's exciting because, like I said, your family has danced and drummed at the International African Arts Festival.
Yeah,
I
they
remember
drummed at the White House as well.
at the White House. Yes, y'all have done. I mean, I've seen, of course, your mom dance at different places for the Rasta community, whether it's the 12 tribes of Israel or whatever. I've seen it because Sister Carol is a friend of hers. And
big up
she,
Sister Carol.
big up Sister Carol on the whole family and Dean on the whole crew on the whole of them. And Sister Carol was the first to put me on a stage in 1989 as a reggae artist when I first came out with my song. So I wrote about it in my book. No promotion is bad promotion. I wrote about Sister Carol in my book.
That's right.
Show people how much I love Sister Carol so much. She's a Capricorn spirit in us, and her husband is just so humbling and respect. Every time you run into Dino, he's very respect. But you know, living that life as a dancer is usually very vigorous on the bones and the body. I know that because I used to dance, so I know this. You know, not the crazy dance now. African. I've done the African dance and all that, so I know it can be very vigorous on the body. How did your mother train you to handle your body and how to keep your body? Because she's still very fit and she can still dance up to this day. Please explain that.
Wow. So the body is the temple, you know, and keeping it fortified. So definitely the nutrition aspects of it. A lot of people are speaking about veganism and, you know, being a fruitarian and a breatharian and all these things. But really the food, let thy food be thy medicine and thy medicine thy food. And so growing up, again, my father and my mother decided to have us very strict. You know, on this day we're eating fruits. This day we're fasting. This day, you know, so it was very regimented in that way, which helped me to keep my body in a really refined way and restorative way. Also with the drinking of the water. People don't understand how important. If you weigh 150 pounds, you need to be drinking half of the amount of your body weight. That's what we should be taking every day, you know? And so water has been an essential part for me. Water is life, water is vitality. But for me, working and just keeping fit, I think this is another real conversation. I'm a Black woman, I'm an African woman. And yes, all of us in our community need to be fit. But them other people are outside running, they're jogging, and I don't see enough of our people doing that, enough of our women. And a lot of our women are suffering from overweight and / obesity.
That's right.
And, you know, and it doesn't, all this stuff is trapped inside. Once again, you're not moving, your body is not moving properly, the bowels aren't moving properly. That wreaks havoc. You having all of these feces is stuck in you. So not drifting off topic, but I just realized early on that it's not about the vain part of the body, but just knowing that your body's a temple. You only have one body in this life. And so you have to keep it sacred. And so, again, I get up every day still. Before I go to work, I work out, even for 30 minutes. I walk to work. I walk home. So these are the things that I do but dancing has just been a part of my communication overall.
And that's a beautiful thing to know. Empress Aisha, do you have a question about dance before we get into the doulaship and all of the
What type of dancing do you recommend for sisters to do?
Yeah. Wow. So
And the
people
brothers, if necessary. I know they definitely need to do their dancing too, but
they do. It just brings such of a joy. Like as children, like we have to do some of those things, even just twirling in a circle, like you know, just swinging on a swing. All of those things help us to remember the childlike self.
Yeah.
And we get into this paradigm of being an adult so much, and like getting the money and getting the coin, getting the bag, and we forget the child is screaming out and saying, "I want to have fun. I want to remember. You know, I want you to remember me." So people see me and they see me dance, and then they say they can't dance, right? Because I'm a dancer.
You're there.
So it's not about comparing yourself to anyone. Everyone can dance. And so again, even just putting on some music, putting on some reggae, some soca, you know, some Afrobeat, and just moving, right? And so the dances that I have been trained in is ballet, modern, contemporary dance, which is more rooted in grounded movement. Then there's African dance, which is very high, vigorous energy, right? There is hip hop. I know Afrobeat, even compa. So I think anyone that is just now getting into dancing, I think just putting on something that makes your heart and your spirit move and your soul feel good. Just put on that music and just start moving, you know?
Yes.
Even if it's just a side to side little rock, you know?
Okay.
Just start. Move, pick up your legs, pick up your hands, and just move. The body just wants to flow. Yeah.
I like that. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
That was beautiful. Because, you know, I noticed that, you know, people sitting at home a lot. I myself am one of those people who sit at home a lot. You just find yourself gaining weight. And I'm like, this is not normal. I'm not eating more than I normally eat. Why am I gaining this type of weight? Like,
even myself,
sitting at home.
I gained at least 20 pounds, not just because of the whole COVID foolishness, but I also suffered an injury. I was in a bus accident last August, and I had a torn meniscus. And so I decided, some people are like, you know, you can heal through herbs and all of that, but sometimes you need to go ahead and do the surgical parts, right? So that you can then work on the rest with the homeopathy, like kind of fusing it together. So that long term, there's not major issues as well. And so that is where I'm at now. As I said, I'm still working out every day. I walk every day, and I'm pretty much about 95% back to where I was before. But that movement, the pounds are real, and it's so much easier to put it on than take it off. So I am with you, sis. Keep working, keep pushing. Just even walk. Start with a walk and then a jog.
Yes. Okay. I like that. I love taking walks. So that's
that's a good thing. You know, from the dancing now, let's talk about the health and wellness and how this also, what you've learned as far as being a health and wellness coach, and of course working as a sacred woman practitioner. How has that helped you with getting into the doula and becoming a doula? Because I was raised by midwives most of my life. My granny, my auntie, they was all midwife. Matter of fact, my aunt owned her own midwifery in Spanish Town, Jamaica. So I used to watch these children come in, and I'll come in the world through what my aunt was doing in the back, and she'll always show me the bedpan and all that. And I was there, a little boy, watching this. I'm like, what the heck is going on there? You know what I'm saying? But tell me about that journey of not just health and wellness, but also becoming a doula. Which one you want? Whatever you want to start with. Go ahead.
Take you all the way back. And I know because you are a master teacher, I'm just learning tidbits about numerology and astrology, but they have this thing that people are pulling around, Saturn's return, right?
Right.
So around my 26th, 27th year, which was 2015, so much was happening. Relationships were ending, you know, and then I felt a shift happening. And my mother is the one that came to me. And I had the pleasure and the honor to support my mother in my last 3 brothers' births, just assisting with things that she needed. And she told me about this program, Ancient Song Doula Services is where I was trained. And this was 2015. And I'm just like, I need to shift gears. And universally, so much was coming to me with mothers around. And I said, you know what? I keep hearing this doula word being thrown around. And I said, there's an opportunity to train. And there was a scholarship, and I decided to take the scholarship, do the scholarship, and I got in. And it changed my life forever. There was so much information. There's so much ancestral connectivity and history in this work, in this birthing work. And so while it's been dipped around from other cultures, this is our ancient technology as African women to support women through their birth. And so it's so amazing to get back to that place. And then the next year, 2016, Queen Afua just kept coming to me. I kept waking up at 4 a.m. and I kept hearing Queen Afua's name. And I'm like, I have to connect with her. Like, I would see her at events and, you know, we kind of just would embrace, but I'm like, I need to work with her. There's something that's calling me to her. And that's actually the year she revamped her program and actually had over 100 and something women in her program when she relaunched it in the way that she did. It was so amazing. And so it all came together at that time, as well as, you know, the Ifa tradition and Akan tradition, and understanding that I'm a child of Oshun and Iemoja, and how they are women of, you know, many fish, which is the children of the sea. We are the children. And so all of it just kind of came together in a phenomenal way. Wow, I have assisted over 30 births at this point since then. And it's been a magical experience. Birthing, being a full spectrum doula. So being able to assist the woman in the nutrition and assist her through affirmations, because with birthing, it's really just mind, body, and spirit, but it's really mental. As we know, everything is mental. And so helping and assisting a woman with affirmations, teaching her breath work, you know, of what there's different types of breaths that a woman needs to be aware of, you know, not just the panting and the push. There's so many different types of births. There's movement and exercises that help and strengthen those areas that a woman will need to pull from, right, in order to fully, people say I call it expansions rather than contractions. But when a woman is having those moments, it's really the body opening up. And so for that to be a vessel, woman to be a vessel and to birth that baby is magical. And then that's the laboring part, right? Okay. Yes. Thumbs up, everyone. Greetings. Peace. Welcome.
Don't pay attention to that. I'm just throwing things up so people can thumb up the video.
Yes. Good. Thanks. And then the post, you know, the postpartum is also a crucial part. All of those parts from inception is really important. What I share with women is like your the prenatal part is really, all of it is your birth story. And it starts at the beginning, right? The inception is not at the laboring or at postpartum once the baby's here. It's at the beginning. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? How do you feel? What's the relationship with your partner? Is he around? Is he not around? How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel safe? Do you feel loved? What are you eating? So it's all of those things. And Sacred Woman, that program helped me to assist in a really divine way in intuitive readings that I learned as a practitioner, knowing how to lay hands and doing some just assisting in intuitive work. Once again, the breathing and the movements that I already had. So it all really is a powerful place to be, to understand the power as a woman, not having biological children yet, but just being able to assist women in this really powerful process. As we are, the womb is the cradle of civilization. Africa is, but the woman's womb is the cradle of civilization. So
no doubt. Well, you know, that is a journey within itself, because that process, like I said, watching the midwives do what they do, and then my aunt having to keep in contact with the mothers to check on them. But I know doulas do differently than what the midwives do.
Yes. So
Okay.
midwives deliver the babies,
Yes, they deliver the
and
baby.
doulas assist in the process of the overall birthing, but
Right.
not actually doing the medical part of the delivery. It has happened. So if the
Yes.
midwife is not there, or circumstances have it, the doula will be there possibly to help catch the baby or support in that, but that's not necessarily the role. Our role as a doula means birth partner, a sacred birth partner. And so what we do, again, is just usher in this really grand support that is counter ego, fully just being a vessel. So for me
Mhm.
specifically, all the births that I have attended, I have fully, once you get into those doors and you're around the mother and the family, you just
Mhm.
completely be open, right?
Right.
And
Right.
it's never about you, it's about the mother. And so for me, because I receive downloads universally, I kind of would feel what the mother needs. Okay, you need a honey stick. Okay, you need a back rub. Okay, you need some pressure, on your lower back. You need some movement, and every time I would ask a question of what do you need? Sometimes it's
Mhm.
just silence.
Mm.
Sometimes it's just like, sometimes it's like, no, 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 just be quiet so the mother can receive whatever she needs to, because it's not about me. It is about
Exactly.
the mother. And so as a birthing partner, you just really just have to be present.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I like that.
Any, go ahead, Empress, please. Say your
Yes.
question.
What are the for the mothers, right? When they want to give birth at home, what are the tools that they need to provide? What are the things that they should have at home
At home.
ready?
That's a
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. So what I would say is definitely having the birthing ball or the bouncing ball. I
Mm-hmm.
have a peanut that I use. Those are just a couple of things that you will put in between your leg. Like some people use it to work out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it
Mhm.
helps once again to kind of just strengthen the legs, strengthen the uteral walls, allowing the mother to open up as well. Teas, herbs are really a crucial part, I think, for mothers. So definitely having some yellow yarrow, red raspberry, some nettle. Wow. Um, just things that, and then essential oils is really important, because again, you want to think about shifting the atmosphere and keeping the mother calm, because again, everything is mental. And the breath, everything is breath is life. And so if your breath is not at the way it needs to be, it could be the difference of having the baby, or the baby going back up, or the neck being the cord be wrapped around the baby's neck. Like, it can just get very crucial, which I've seen at home births. So having oils like peppermint, lavender, ylang ylang, lavender oil, you know what I mean? Having those, some women like citrus, more so citrus. So having those oils around, and not just putting it up to your nose. I usually will put it on like a cotton ball, and just having just a quick, just a quick pick me up, because maybe your mood might be a little down, or you need a little vibration raise. What else? Having a hot cloth or a heating pad around, again, once again, relaxes the mother and allows her to feel more at ease. And again, it's just tricking the mind almost, because again, when those contractions hit, again, people call it contractions, but to
Mhm.
contract is to close. But we
Okay.
want the uterus to open. So
Mhm.
I call it expansion,
Oh.
and allowing yourself to expand.
Mhm.
Um, Water, having
Mhm.
towels around, but just complete comfort. Whatever the Every mother is different and every birth is different. And
Mhm.
so having those essentials are important, yes.
Mhm.
But if you have none of those things, your breath
Mhm.
is the most important thing,
Okay.
right? And
Okay.
having your affirmations. The first line of defense, the first line of power is your words. which is in the power of the tongue.
Your words.
Absolutely. So saying affirmations. So the women that I work with, we have affirmations from the beginning. Like, I am ready. I am open. You know, even during the contraction, taking a breath and saying, oh. So saying, literally, you're commanding your body to stay open while you're having this contraction, so that you're saying, like, open, you know, open up. And then saying, like, I'm safe, my baby is safe, my baby is ready, I am ready to meet my baby, I am powerful, I'm strong, like, just all of those things. So some women are prepared and some women may not be as prepared, but knowing that you have your mind, you have your body, and your body is doing exactly what it knows to do. And the baby knows exactly what to do, right? Which is why once the baby comes out, immediately it's like, where's my mother? I'm ready to connect to the skin. I want to be on the breast. They know where to go to suck. You know what I mean? It's just so phenomenal.
The instincts is like the instant, like the instincts is just on point to be so young.
Yes,
that's awesome. What about the breastfeeding? You know, the part when you're breastfeeding, but just when the breast milk is being produced and the mothers go through that overnight and they just turn to this big old soccer ball or whatever they got going on. How do you all handle mothers that go through that?
I think once again it goes back to being present for the mother and understanding that there's a lot happening, right? There's all these hormones that are happening. Her feeling, maybe if this is her first birth, like, I don't know what to do, you know, and speaking with her. And I think that's the most important, allowing the woman to speak, allowing the mother to speak, and sharing a safe space, and allowing and ensuring and encouraging her and letting her know that it's okay. This is new. It's new for you. It's new for the baby, you know, and let's try again, you know, because sometimes their mothers are just feeling so vulnerable, and you are so vulnerable in that moment that you just want some encouragement, right? And some support. And so helping a mother, a sister, there's different ways to allow the baby to latch on to the breast. But yes, there is the football method. There is the way of just kind of allowing the top mouth of the baby to smell the nipple and then latching on over it. So, you know, all of those things are techniques that can assist, you know, but essentially it is the mother and the baby that have to find that bond and that connection for themselves. Did I answer?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I, you know, having 9 children myself, and watching the process of watching the mothers and how the children react out after they come out the womb. The ones that I did get to see, they're already reaching for the breast. Already reaching. They sucking up for the breast. You know, they singing the song "I Love Breasts" already. So that's that reggae song. They're already singing the song.
But I just think that's divine connectivity. Like, it's just amazing how just it's the process in itself is so amazing. The fact that a woman, that ring of fire and the baby coming out and knowing when to come out, you know, and that process of 1 becoming 2, a woman almost essentially possibly dying to create life. And as I was saying before, it's the thoughts. Everything is mental. One of the experiences that I had was the mother and the father were together, but this woman was so scared. And she didn't express it until I got her alone. And I'm saying, what's going on? Because she was contracting. She was ready. The baby, we could see like the baby was ready coming down. And she was right there. The midwife is there. Everyone is rooting for her. She had a team. And the baby would go back up. Then the baby would come down and the baby would come back up. And then eventually the cord wrapped around the baby's head. Because, yes. And when I spoke to her, I said, what is going on? And she's like, I'm scared. I don't know if I'll be a good mother. I don't know if I'll, you know, be able to provide. She was just very terrified. And it was so heart-wrenching for me. And I had to keep my face straight. And I'm like, you know what? you got this. You're going to be a phenomenal mother, you know, because you can express, and this is new for you. But, you know, she had to end up going to a hospital afterwards. You know, she wasn't able to have the baby home. So everything is mental. And sometimes, you know, we can get trapped up in our thoughts. But I think the antithesis of resistance is flow. And that's what birthing is really all about, being able to flow and just let it all go.
And that's the question. Those that are just tuning in, we are speaking with my great friend here, our guest, who actually came in on the last moment. Called her. I don't want to keep her here. We were going to keep her here till 9 o'clock, and we're finished. But she's handling herself well, Sister Zakiyah. She's our guest tonight. Birthing doula. She's the goddess of movement, health and wellness coach, sacred woman practitioner, self-love enthusiast, expert dance movement and specialist, and vegan. And and I wanted to say something. That's what I wanted to ask in that point about going to the hospital, because a lot of the birthing doulas are doing it from home birth, helping out with home birth. But at what point do the birthing doulas say, you know what, let's go to a hospital? Or is it the family's decision, or is it everybody's decision at that point?
That's a great question. Again, every birth is different. Every situation is different. I can only speak about experiences that I know.
Okay.
If a mother says that she's ready to go to the hospital and she does not want to do this, you absolutely have to honor that, right? Yes, you would encourage, because sometimes it's fair, but you can get to a point where you just know, like, she's not ready to do this, or we don't want to force, because then it can get into a legal issue. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you want her not to feel traumatized at all. So whatever it is, we should honor her, right? With encouragement and just making sure that that's truly what she wants. Also, in situations where midwives have been present with me, this was like a 10-day birth that I was able to be a part of, which was amazing. She wanted a water birth. The family cooked for her. It was just so phenomenal. And she could not do it. The mother could not. She tried. We tried. And she was 10 centimeters and she could not do it. And so I think even the midwife was encouraging her, even pushing her a little bit too much. And the water had already broken a couple of days, which is now like almost in a danger zone kind of vibration. And so I told her, I said, this is your baby, and we don't know what is really going on. You know what I mean? With certain secretions and different things that was happening. I was just like, I think we should just go to the hospital. So it was a call from me. But I think the call happens when it does happen. Once the mother is okay, then absolutely to the hospital, right? But knowing that once you go to the hospital, it's a whole different world, right? They might have obviously some questions depending on the duration of time. If the water has broken, why hasn't the mother been at the hospital? So that's when it can get a little bit, legal, in the legal realm. But sometimes a mother is just not feeling comfortable, and it's okay. And as a doula, it's not for us to judge and push. It's for us to say, we understand, because the real gist of it is we want to get the baby safe in your arms, healthy, alive, and whole. Yeah. And that's the bottom line.
That's perfect.
Go ahead, Aisha. Go ahead. Ask the question, please. Thank you.
Yes. When it becomes a legal thing, is it because like the doctors feel that you should have been at the hospital? Is it that's why it becomes a legal issue? Because I know from personal experience, it's really weird.
It's weird. It's a money thing. Oftentimes, just speaking candidly, at the hospitals. So a woman's water breaks. They say 24 hours, is the time, because you want to make sure that the amniotic fluid is still present, which hosts the baby and makes sure all the nutrients and makes the baby, stable. Then we're talking about 48 hours, which is 2 days. Again, the baby can still survive, but now we're getting into a territory where it can become dangerous. And so that is a time where, especially if there's pushing involved and all of that, that's a time where eyebrows would be raised, especially if a midwife is involved. Why haven't you gone? to the hospital before, and you have to give those answers. And there could be a possible, lawsuit if the family feels like it was unjust. I don't want to go too far off, but definitely, but not off the strength. Let's say, and let me be clear: if a woman is wanting a childbirth home and decides to change her mind, and it's within the 24-hour period, no, I think they will have questions, but it wouldn't be anything that's such a major issue. Absolutely. Okay. But let's just also be clear: at the hospital, they have major issues. When I go to hospitals, I don't announce myself as the doula because it's not their business. Definitely. Right. Unless and it's not an attitude kind of thing. I'll say it, but it's not about me. So I noticed that when I come in as my flowery self for the mother, and just like, boom, here's this, mother, boom, here's that, take this, take that, here's a massage, here's, you know what I mean? Here's some essential oils, here's a back rub. What do you need? Do you need some ice chips? When I'm just catering, I look more like a friend and supporting sister than this doula who's trying to minimize and subjugate what they're doing, because that's when they get into attack mode. And I'm not interested in that. I want, again, the mother to feel safe. I want the mother to feel at ease so that the baby can come through in a really powerful process, safe and fluid.
So some of y'all have to be like spooks who sat by the door. In other words.
Possibly. Some people have their shirts branded, I'm the doula and all of that. And all respect to everyone. I just wear my white and I come with my little bag and I do what I need to do for the mother. If someone asks, or if the mother says, this is my doula, then fine. But once I see that happens, the nurses start asking questions, the doctors start asking questions, and I just continue to do what I'm doing. But for me, it's not a broadcasting. I know what I'm there to do, and I do what I do very well and intuitively.
No, I say that because sometimes you need, the women need support that are pregnant, and sometimes the nurses and some of the doctors don't give that support. They're just treating them like a number. They're treating them like in and out. Especially in Jamaica, forget about it. Jamaica, you could be, two women could be on one bed, and then I forget to the next day after them our baby, our next 2 days. That's how they move.
No, they definitely do move like that. It's a circus.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very honest. I've seen the doctor come in, the nurses come in, the resident workers come in, the resident students. And it's just like, why are 10 people here? And then a lot of them don't look like us. So then the baby, the first thing you see is just all this ushering of all this energy of people. And it's just a big show. Break the bed, and then they're breaking the bed, and then they're trying to do, as you said, very quick. So this is where they're trying to push the cesarean sections, because it's quicker and it's more money, right? And so it's just amazing to see this process. And how even the way, the angle of where they want the women to have the baby, we naturally, the baby will come out as gravity as if you are squatting, right? Or even on all fours. But to have a baby lying on your back is really and truly the worst possible way to have a baby. It's not natural. It's not natural. And so in the hospitals, the real setup is kind of just get you in and out like chattel. Right. And so it's not the place that I love. Let's just say that. I love when a woman is at home with loved ones, with support, able to be at ease. If she wants to take a shower, if she wants to walk around in her, her complete self. Thank you. Love you. If she wants to walk around in her, nudity as a goddess. You want to feel empowered. If her and her partner wants to have an intimate moment, because sometimes you want to have the baby, but the baby's not quite ready, but you're ready. You might, there's some dates. Dates is another really, really phenomenal fruit to eat that helps to support and opening up the uterus. And you even stimulating the, areola, even having intercourse, having a shower, like all of these things. I'm going to be candid because this is a grown conversation. But all of these things, you can not necessarily feel so comfortable at a hospital. You know what I mean? And then again, what is the story surrounding your birth? your child's birth. And a lot of times these hospital stories are horrific. It's horrific. And that's why I am so grateful for all the birth workers, all the doulas, all the midwives, all the sister friends and the brothers that's around to support our sisters, because this is the story of your child's birth. And if it starts in trauma, then what? What do we have to look forward to?
That's powerful. Once again, family, we got Sister Zakiyah, our guest. I mean, when I say she filled in the last minute, believe me, birthing doula, she's goddess of movement. I mean, health and wellness coach, woman practitioner, self-love enthusiast, of course, expert dancer, movement, and of course, specialist. And she is a vegan, a woman that also know how to cook too. God knows she come from my family that can cook. So I know, she can cook, you know what I'm saying? And that's important, Did you have any more questions before I get my last question, Empress Aisha? Go ahead.
Oh.
Are you on mute? You're on mute. You are on mute. You're muting.
I got these girls back here making some noise. So
go ahead.
What about the self-love? What do you do? How do you,
yes,
help people to learn about self-love?
The self-love. Wow. It's a continual journey that I'm on. I always say love is a strategy and happiness is a strategy. And so rituals are important, right? And so whether we know it or not, we are governed under rituals. The system here is rituals, but we come from ancient technology within rituals as well. So waking up at 3 to 5 a.m. is a really powerful time. And all of these things encompasses the self-love that I'm speaking of. And self-love is not just like, oh, yeah, let me get my feet done. Let me get my nails done. You know what I mean? Let me get a massage. Okay. Self-love is also doing the shadow work, the stuff that doesn't feel good, that's, again, packed deep inside of us, that doesn't allow us to articulate our truest form, our most authentic form. That shadow work that's going to bring about the pain first, that's going to feel like it's dragging you through the mud. All of that is self-love. Because otherwise it's a mask. There's a veil there. And so we get to operate by putting on clothes, going to work, having a label of sister, wife, girlfriend, whoever, and not really operating in your full self. So self-love also is burning some sage in the morning at those wee hours, looking in the mirror, looking at your true self, right? Self-love is also burning away, cutting ties with relationships with self first, giving thanks to those relationships, but letting them go. That no longer, so that's self-love, right? As well as, yes, I'm a pamper queen. So I get massages at least 2 to 3 times a month. Yes. Getting reflexology. Yes. Yes, because I'm a dancer, and because we're walking so much, all that weight that we have within our physical body is transferred into our feet. So yes, get some reflexology done, get a massage. We hold a lot of tension as women in our necks, in our lower backs, right? Right? By our buttocks area, and so just moving that energy around. As I said, hugging myself after I meditate in the morning, I give a kiss to myself and tell myself I love you, saying my affirmations, drinking my tea, just making sure I feel really good about myself. So then I can pour that out. And even recently, self-love is abstaining if you want to abstain. If you want to go ahead and yes, I said we're having grown conversation, but abstaining and being disciplined in whatever it is that you want to do, right? To provide those things that don't necessarily feel the most comforting, but deep down inside that you specifically need. I am not you. You know what you need. And so not distracting. Self-love is not being distracted. Really starving those distractions and working on the true essence of yourself.
Powerful. People are really loving what you're saying. I know it's 9 o'clock, but I want to get one more question that is very serious from that's been pondering in our soul. When it comes to doulas helping the mothers, what about the trauma that they go through with maybe the family members not supporting, or the husband's family not supporting, or the wife's the woman's family not supporting, because that could be very traumatic during those times too. But how do doulas handle that type of discussion that's going on amongst their family?
Yeah, I'm shaking my head because once again, I'm a very different, I'm Jamaican background, right?
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
so, yeah, my great grandmother called me Mother Pepper.
Mother
And
Pepper.
so, as much as I am fluid, I'm love, grateful for you, grateful for all of you watching, much love.
Yeah.
As much as there's fluidity here and there's water, I have a lot of fire, right? And so, more than the fire, though, just being able as a doula to not control the room, but being the medium, right? Being the balance to the room. So I did, and I can only speak to myself as myself, the experience. So I had a mother, a sister friend who I grew up with, and her partner and her mother, they clashed all the time and actually had like cursing battles and all of that. And they started. And I said, can I speak to both of you outside, please? And we went outside and I said, listen, you both, I'm going to have to ask you to leave if we can't have the unity. Like, you're going to have to leave until she can have this baby. Honestly, if we cannot come to unity, because this is not about you. This is about her. We need to get on one accord, right? And so the mother started telling me a couple of things about myself, which I humbled myself. But I said respectfully, what was the story that you would like for her to have? Would you like for her to say she had a successful birth with receiving this baby with love, or a birth where there was contention and arguments and issues, and they both had to agree? And so that kind of satisfied that. So I'm saying that to say the doula has to have decorum, yes, but you have to speak in a way that they understand that this is not about anyone else but this mother and this baby, because they're the crucial parts. And really even asking the mother, do you want them here? Or maybe they can stay outside until the process is complete, But in other words, before maybe even prenatal or postpartum, dealing with families, I let them know in the beginning who I am and my position. So it is a great question, King Simon, because you're a stranger, essentially, or more than likely, to this family. Who are you to come in? I'm the mother. I'm already here. I'm the partner. What are you going to do differently for my beloved who is having this baby in our family, who we know? We know the best thing for her. And so really communicating with them and diffusing that energy and de-escalating that from the beginning. I usually have conversations with them first so that we can set the tone, and I let them know who I am and what I'm here to do, and that I'm here to work with them and not as a separate entity for them. And I think that helps to pull them in. So we're working together as a team, because that's what it is.
And that's what I wanted to know. I just wanted to feel that, because I know that can happen. I've seen it happen. I've heard it happen. And I just wanted to bring that out, so they let people know there are pros and cons to this. And sometimes I remember in Dr. Africa's book, he says people got to realize, if it's holistic, both sides of the family are supposed to be involved with this celebration of life coming in.
Absolutely.
That's what he said. Because he used to teach midwifery class and doula classes. Erica Badu went to his class and studied with him. So I know Doc was doing that. I was there at his house watching him doing it online, and paying attention while he carried his book on midwifery. I don't even think he put out the book midwifery, but he had a lot of notes and other people's studies, and he was helping people to get through that. So, but I know Erica Badu studied under him also as one of, and never really got a certificate because she had to hand over certain things. And sometimes with Dr. Africa, you have to hand over certain assessments, all that kind of stuff, in order to get your certificate. And he said, but she never came and got it, King. She never came and got it. That's what he said to me. And I said, but it is what it is. But anyway, go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Can I say something else? in all transparency, so I've been a doula since 2015.
Wow.
And this has been the most rewarding work that I've ever experienced. And if there are any women, because we need more women that look like us in rooms to support women that look like us.
Right.
You should go ahead and do that. And there's some phenomenal programs. If you research them online, they're there. But what I would say is, while we're in the time of trending and things that are trendy, just be mindful that you're not doing this just to be, to have the doula name on, or not feeling it from your heart, because this is heart work. This is heart work 100%. And so that is what I would say. Also with that, there's been times where I had like a death in my family, or just life, can happen. I have made a point to just reserve myself and not be a doula for anyone in that time, as reserving a little space to heal or just get back, when life can come at you in that way, because I know how much I give as a doula and how much I want to give. And it frustrates me when I cannot, or when I see women who are not in that place, possibly just doing it for money, you know what I mean? And you're not operating in your fullest true self at that time. So I would just say, just search yourself, sisters. If this is what you would love to do, the work is so rewarding. It is so rewarding, humbling to see a baby passing through a mother. Oh my gosh. It is so it's changed my life. It's
so
really phenomenal.
Let me ask another question then, because I've heard a situation where a doula did receive finances, but something happened that she was not able to still assist the sister in the doulaship to help her get through. How do they handle that after money's been passed and all of that? How do they handle that stuff?
Well, I think it's based on the agreement that was made initially. I also feel like a conversation should happen afterwards. If the mother feels like the work wasn't done, or what was given wasn't what was received, there should be a conversation, and maybe the money be returned. I think that would be the most integral thing. But to look at overall picture, because maybe there were services that were rendered, maybe there were some assists. Maybe the mother couldn't stay for prenatal all the time, but the doula did come in for the labor. You know what I mean? The labor of the mother. So I think, again, those situations are kind of curtailed to its own self, but the conversation should be had, because no one wants to feel like they put out and they were essentially robbed.
Right. So and doulas cost various prices, I understand, because I know midwife could cost up there, but doulas, their prices range between where and where, or it's just a donation. How does this work?
Yeah, no, it's definitely, as a professional, you should have your own set of packages, services. As the services increases, maybe some women just want you there for the labor. Maybe some women just want you there for labor and postpartum. Some might want you full term, full spectrum, So it just depends on what that doula specifically wants and what she's providing. Some doulas have herbs, and teas and yoni baths and steams and massages and all of these certificates, hopefully, to back that up. And it's not just fluff, but it would go in the scale of whatever that is.
Okay. Do you have any products yourself? I remember you selling.
I'm creating some actually.
Okay, good.
Because I keep hearing women speaking about the hair loss that they have experienced after the birth. They're experiencing, I won't say anyone's name, but there's a couple of sisters that I know that experience extreme hair loss after birthing. And there's some herbs that will help to stimulate that. Also doing some yoni steams. Yoni steaming is really important for helping the uterus contract back to its form, the snapback, so to speak. So yeah, I am coming up with a couple of things. Yes.
Wonderful. Any more questions before we let her go, sister? Go ahead. You any more questions?
I do have
to be here.
I do have one more question. How long does it take to become a doula?
That is a great question as well. So they have different programs. I think as people research online. So the program I did several, but the first program I did was a weekend program, right? It was a very intensive program from about, 7 to 7. And it was for the entire weekend. And that was just specifically for a birth doula. So just the laboring part. But then I went back to do a prenatal, pre and postpartum doula work as well. But you have some that's 7 months. You have some programs that's a year. You have programs that are 7 weeks. So it just depends on what the person can do, what, whoever wants to become the doula can do.
Okay.
And then those range in different prices as well.
Okay.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's give her a well-deserved round of applause for being here with us. Thank you very much, Sister Zakiyah, of course, birthing doula, goddess of movement, health and wellness coach, and of course, sacred women practitioner. And of course, she is a self-love enthusiast. I did want to talk about that. That self-love enthusiast. What does that mean?
So the sister asked me about it. But again, it's self-love is all encompassing. It's not just the feel-good stuff. It's the pain and the stuff that we have to go through as well to get back into our truest form. So that's the shadow work. That's the, going through the past situations and putting yourself there, healing from those things. And then it's loving up on yourself, like fully loving up on yourself at all costs, because it's just your one true self. That's it. And so that's dancing. That's like if I go outside and I want to do a scream because I want to release some, like just fully not allowing any boxing to come up inside of me, just allowing myself to express and be free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Once again,
Brother King Simon, forgive me, Zakiyah, but you know what? I'm seeing that you're saying goddess. It says goddess movements, and I thought, is that different from dancing?
No.
Goddess of movement and dancing, is that separate?
No, it's the same, but it's all movement is in all ways, through song, through word, through dance, through flow, and all ways, but definitely dancing. Yes.
Okay, I'm clear on that. Okay.
Okay, there it is. Once again, thank you very much for being a part of the journey.
Much love.
Much love to you. Oh, this is beautiful.
And tell your mom and dad I send my greetings and salute all your brothers who used to dance in my nightclub back in the day and just have a good time.
Yes,
them twins were good.
Simon.
Yes,
much love. And sis, it was such an honor to speak with you as well. Thank you for allowing me to be on your platform.
Yes.
And, just keep giving us great content and information.
Thank you. Blessed love, man. Get yourself some rest, all right?
Yes.
All right.
Good
luck. That's our dear sister Zakiyah in the building. Make sure you hit her up. Hit her up at all her social media sites, of course. Hit her up at, of course, IG, the one Zakiya, of course. Those _1_ Zakiya, FB, that's Zakiya Talibah, Kafenst, and hit her up also. And if you want a doula, she's good to hit up for. If you want somebody to train you in dancing and movement, she's not just moving with music. She moves with the wind. She moves with what she feels. Water at the beach. It's movement, you know what I'm saying? But she's also an expert dancer. Her whole family is expert dancers and drummers. Like they said, they've played at the White House. They've done so many things in their past since she was a child. And of course, she's a sacred woman practitioner. Once again, bigging up to Queen of Four and all the greatness that she's done and helping young ladies. Thousands of ladies have passed through the Sacred Woman practitioner course. And I do suggest y'all hitting her up at queenoffour.com and join that course if you have to, because it helped women like her. It has helped many women that I've known, like Malika Ali and various other people that I've known throughout the years to help them become better people and even take it to the next level. So it's a good course. I've spoken at one of her events. I've produced an event with Queen of Four many times. So it's a beautiful thing to watch Queen shine in her vintage age right now. She's vintage and she's really, people are really looking at her and saying, yo, Queen got it. You know what I'm saying? So Respect to her and all the sacred women practitioners out there. Bring up to all of y'all. I love and respect them all. That was good. That was good. That was good. Especially for the short notice. Especially for the short notice.
Especially, yes.
That's what I'm talking about. So let me show you. This is her pictures on IG right now. So she got some great pictures on IG and her dancing at the beach and her workout. She trains doing dancing. She trains you. She trains you through the dance movements also. If you want to hit her up, please hit her up at IG and FB. And she could do it online or she could do it in person if you're in New York City. So that's a beautiful thing. Thanks everybody for watching, tuning in. Big up to all of y'all. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the claps. That's right. People say they like the description of self-love enthusiast. That's right. And hey, that's what you got to do. So, you ready to move on? Let's get this show on the road and finish it up, my sister. First of all, let's talk about your beautiful products. Let's get your products on the front here. Let's talk about it. Talk about it, sister. Go ahead, please.
Oh, forgive me. I feel a sneeze coming on. I'm just
bless you, child. Bless you.
It went away, so that's all good.
Good tight.
They're sisters. I'm rocking a pair right now.
Oh yes.
I'm telling you, sisters, I love you all. The universe loves us. We can do this, and this is just a representation of us. This is it. It just represents who we are, and y'all will love it. And they lightweight, different colors, different styles, and just pick the flowers that blossoms within you. What resonate with your spirit. It's like, every time I talk about them, it's something different. I feel like I need to say, but I really like, sisters, when you have your own, whichever pairs you receive, it'll be your own personal experience. You might find someone just sitting around staring at you. Like I said before, my sister had that experience, and she sat on the bus, and she was so. We in New York City, and she's a real New Yorker. She's sitting on the bus, and this woman kept staring at her. She was like, "Why are you staring at?" Like she asked her why she's staring, but she was getting really upset. And then she remembered, oh, it's the earrings. So when the lady pointed to her ears, like, I like those earrings, then my sister calmed down. But I told her, you can't be getting angry at people. You can't represent like that. She also one more thing, Keith. She also had another experience. She went on a date. The waitress kept coming to her saying, I love those earrings. I love those earrings. She kept coming at my sister. And the man that she was with, the gentleman that she was with, was getting so annoyed with this waitress. And my sister was like, she just wouldn't leave me alone. So sisters, you're going to have your own personal experience. I don't know. I just know that these are divine earrings for us.
Yeah. When I tell you, I've seen sisters stop her. I've seen her go to events and women just buy it out of her pocketbook. Believe me, the sister's brand is upper echelons. So make sure you DM her at Wilmillion_adornments. That's Wilmillion. Let her custom make something nice for you, or email her at, of course, Empress Aisha Amor at Gmail, and of course you could spread love via the Cash App. That's where you could pay her and show her that love gift donation. That's $ Empress Amor. You know what I'm saying? So please show her that love. She got some great stuff.
Yes, she's coming, y'all. So this is the month. This is it for us.
Mother's Day.
May flowers.
That's right. This is the month coming up. Got a few more days before we get in there. All right. Let's send our salute to hold on one second. Let's salute one of our sponsors here, Better Health Shop. You want that colloidal silver? You want that gold? Please go and get in contact with them. Go to their website and get some of that colloidal silver and gold and all the other health products that they have. That's at Etsy. Buy now at www.etsy.com/shop/Better Health Shop. This is the link. Make sure you hit them up. Tell them King Simon sent you. You could do consultations with them also. Very good people, very good sisters. There's a mother and daughter team. They're doing great work, of course. Those who want to get my books, please, by all means, go and get my books. You can go to Linktree right now and get all of them. Buy books at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's King Simon the Numerovator at Linktree. Make sure you go and show that some love. Also, just want to remind people of what's coming up in the month of May. Mr. Adams, Red Pill, Dr. Shakir. Mr. Adams is a mathematician. Red Pill, of course, is a historian and of course, a trending twin brother of Blue Pill. Also, Dr. Shakira Moore, iridology. She deals with the eyes and seeing the possible health ailments that's coming up in the eyes. Also, TJ Lofton deals with how to make money even during this so-called quote-unquote gentrification. You can gentrify it too. It doesn't have to be Europeans gentrifying it. You can gentrify it with your affluent and busy self. Also, Brother Quasi, who is an independent book and bookstore, online bookstore owner, tax doer, and he also deals with he also is a teacher in school, so big up to him. We're going to have him on. Marcia Maria Moore, she's a poet, spoken word poet, and a author. Then we have Lioness Crown that's coming up, and we're going to be speaking about Malcolm X and all the great ones that have been doing the work. Nadine J. Barton is going to be coming in the building. She is a naval officer and chief. And special guest broadcast will be Minister Nuri Muhammad. Of course, we're going to be dealing with relationships, the Nation of Islam and relationship, Islam and relationship, polygamy, monogamy, all of that. We're going to go down those roads with my brother Nuri Muhammad. Dr. Phil Valentine will be in because he got a big podcast coming up, a big webinar coming up. And then we have Miss Shireen, a.k.a. Susie Q, former disco diva, but an original owner of a black modeling agency and acting agency in Canada, the first black owned and operated modeling and acting agency in Canada, and how much of a struggle it was going through that as being the first black woman to do it. And, you know, I can't wait to have her on. And remember Lloyd Strayhorn, family. Also, make sure you go to his website, www.lloyd-strayhorn.com. If you want to take his class, enroll in the world-renowned astronumerologist, Lloyd Strayhorn. He is the #1 astronumerologist in the world. I am the #1 numerovator in the world. That's how we work in this. This is family, Billy. You taught me, I keep on teaching and doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? If you want that real estate family, make sure you go to Janelle Lewis, man. I was visiting her today, and she was telling me, man, she was there doing her business, man, thanking me and thanking everybody else. Make sure you hit her up at 347-866-1153. That's 347-866-1153. If you want to take my classes, also, it's coming up. I've decided to release the classes on June 22nd because that's my grandmother's birthday. I think it will be her 104th birthday. So I'm going to release those classes, and I'll be selling those classes for $222 for all 9 classes. They only like 30 to 40-minute classes, but you're going to get all 9 of them for $222. I'm keeping on that 222 because we're going into the year 222, and 222 represents that healing, educational energy, and that intuitive energy. So we're going to deal with that. So hit me up on that email on this particular flyer, the numerovator@gmail. The numerovator@gmail. Remember, I am not teaching numerology. I am teaching numerovation, holistic numerovation. My method is called the bath method. Seeing beyond, looking around, tracking the numbers, and hearing, and why we hear the numbers talk to us when we turn.
You froze a little bit.
That's why
No, okay, froze a second.
That's why I send you to see Lloyd Strayhorn first, to get the basics, get his intermediate class, get the regular stuff, and get what you need from an astronumerological perspective. But when you come to me, I'm going all over. I'm going to Hebrew, I'm going to Japanese, I'm touching all types of stuff because they're all related to the numerovational journey. That's what it's all about for me. All right, boom. Here we go. Here's our another sponsor, the one, the only, pedalwise.com. If you want that 10% off coupon, please contact Pedalwise. That's 10% off coupon is King 2021. They deal with fibroid tumors. They deal with all types of women's need, the woman's womb sweep. Very good, sisters. I mean, I just got a sister that hit me up and said she got pregnant after 6 months with working with this sister, and her and her man could not get pregnant. So this is a real deal, sister. So I know it works because she has showed me, and she showed me the proof, and of course showed me the testimonies on other things like fibroid tumors and all that. So big up to pedalwise.com. Make sure you show her some love and hit her up. And if you want to do a numerovation session with me, remember, I am here to motivate you to activate and maximize your numbers. I'm not here to read you. I do consultations. And remember, like it says on this flyer, the study of numbers or numerology is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers and they will guide you. But if you don't want to do it, stay your lazy ass away from me. I'm going to be real. Stay your lazy backside and ass away from me. If you're not willing to work and put in this work, like myself and people like Empress Aisha Moore and various other people that uses these modalities, leave me alone. That's all I can tell you. Go Lloyd Strayhorn, please. I'm real serious about that because I work hard and it takes a lot of energy for me to do this. Really. That's why I only do half an hour sessions. I don't do hours. Don't ask me for an hour. I only do half an hour because most of you ain't willing to work the half an hour. You're not even willing to listen enough and put each word and everything and every number meaning to work. That's your hang up, not mine. So I'm telling you to your face on this show, if you're not willing to work, don't come to me. Leave me alone because I do this from the heart. And between sessions, Aisha, I fall asleep because there's so much you're trying to give to them, trying to give them the energy. And I'm an energy person. So if I recognize you're an energy vampire, then there's a problem. So I give you the energy, like I give you the energy on this. Yes. It may start off subtle in the beginning, but I start turning up after a while. I turn up after a while. That's how I work. And that's 30 minutes. You don't even need an hour. Some people just want to talk and chat. I don't want to chat to you. I just want to give you some information to take you to the next level. That's all I want to do. To show you these numbers can work for you. Stop playing with it. You know, and I understand sometimes it's mama, daddy issues, and I've been molested many times, and I've been doing this, and all. I understand all of that. But when are we gonna stop putting the blame on outside forces and start going within and pull it out? Because we're still here. We're on Earth. We got things to do. You got work to do. Every one of you out there got greatness in you. But if you're not willing to work that greatness, that's you not willing to work that greatness. Sure. That's you, nobody else. All right?
That's right.
Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guests, speakers, or authors on this YouTube channel does not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Yeah. Yes. Prayer time. We ready for prayers? We ready for some prayers? Are y'all ready for prayer?
I want to say thank you to everyone before we close out. I just want to say I love you all. Really appreciate you all. It's you know family here, so this is good to just see family just popping up and doing what they do. And thank you, Miss Poetic Justice. I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. We do support and love you, but sometimes you get tough love. You're gonna get so. Sometimes I gotta give the toe. We gotta have balance here.
It's balance. You know how it is. We know.
That's why.
We ain't mad at you, Brother King Simon. We ain't mad at you, King Simon.
Nobody here. I ain't worried about people being mad. You know me. Like Lloyd Strayhorn says, he said, I'm a number one. I'm a straight shooter. I'm gonna be straight to the point, direct, whether online or in my face. I'm gonna be straight to the point. That's how I am. I don't run from nothing. I remember one time a brother came to me and tried to pin me in with somebody else. And I looked at him. I said, look, and he a big dude. I said, look, I'm right here in your face. What? If I was afraid or if I felt that I did anything wrong just because I know somebody, I wouldn't even be here. So I'm here in your face. What you want to do? I'm here. And he just looked at me and said, wow, you're a real brother. You're a real dude, bro. I said, because he's all right. So what? You 6 foot and 200 pounds. So what? I've trained with bigger. It's all right. It's all right. I'm already up there. Once I'm up on your face, once I'm that close on you, I know if I can lay hands on you. That's what I was taught by G.M. Anthony and Soke Little John and Moses Powell. That's what I was taught. We up on you. I'm right there. That means I'm there for a reason. I'm there on you because I want to make sure you ain't pulling out on me. I'm right there with you. And I'm at peace. So I'm telling people this is how I am. I've been like that from the club life. I'm at peace. But please don't assume just because I like to smile that I can't protect myself. I'm here to protect myself. And I always want to get home to my family. Always want to get home to my family. I want to talk to my babies. I want to talk to my children. So that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? But prayer time. Prayer time. It's prayer time. Let's give a salute to Dr. Delbert Blair for these prayers, because Delbert Blair is the one that formulated these prayers. And to support Dr. Blair's legacy shop, please go to www.themetacenter2.com. That's www.themetacenter2.com for his books, Faraday tech protectors, magnets, and much more. Please support Dr. Blair and Tony and the whole family and all of the legacy that's going on as we do the prayers right here. You ready for the prayer, sister?
Absolutely.
Let's close out with the good energy. Here we go. Peace. Go ahead.
All right, everybody. Let's give thanks. Beautiful night. Deep breath in and exhale. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now.
One more time for the people in the back and those children in the back.
Okay, y'all. Let's do this together now. Let's do this together. Please, Universal Creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open our minds, our spirits, and our souls to receive only truth in your love now.
Yay, Dr. Blair. Ashe. Great, Dr. Blair. Thank you very much, Empress Aisha. Thank you very much for all that you've done and all that you continue to do. And give those group of sisters and young ladies a group hug for me and say happy birthday. It's a group hug birthday we doing, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, you take care and get yourself some rest, all right? All right. All right, that's my girl there. That's my girl, Empress Aisha Moore. Big up to her, yeah. Lord of mercy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank y'all very much. We are out of here. Taking steps to the rear and getting on out of here. Want to thank each and every one of you. Want to thank, of course, the doula, Sister Zakiyah. Make sure you hit her up on IG. Please show her some love. This is her pictures on IG, so you'll be able to recognize her. But make sure you go to her, make sure you go to her IG and Facebook if you want to contact this birthing doula. She's here to help. She's here to teach you how to dance and move, and she's a dance movement specialist. Make sure you show her some love. I want to thank her again for coming out. Give her another round of applause. Thank you, Zakiyah, for the last minute. Thank all of you for showing up and showing out and showing love. Don't forget this coming Sunday, Mr. Adam and Red Pill. Mr. Adam, the mathematician, will be up early that afternoon around 2 o'clock. And then Red Pill will be on around 9 p.m. that night. And then Dr. Shakira Moore coming that Wednesday. And then that Sunday comes the one, the only. Matter of fact, that Wednesday, after Wednesday, that Thursday, Nuri Muhammad comes in. And then TJ Lofton comes in on that Sunday. Then on that Wednesday, we got the one, the only Dr. Brother Quasi coming in. Then we have Marcia Moore coming in on that Sunday. And then on that Wednesday, Lioness Crown on Malcolm X's birthday, the 19th, she comes in. And then on that Thursday, Dr. Phil Valentine come in. And then on the 23rd, we got Nadine Barton coming in on May. And then Miss Shireen, a.k.a. Susie Q, coming in to close out the month of May, live and direct, right here on King Simon Presents. So, love them all. Show them all love. Oh, yeah. Woo! That's what we do right here on King Simon Presents. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a great day, afternoon, and evening. Be safe. Oh, man, I got my new mixer. Got my new camera mixer, so I'm going to see what I can do with this. Hook it up. Oh, we about to turn it up. I got new cameras, about to turn things up here. It is what it is, all right? Y'all be safe. Regardless of land, label, or language, one love, one aim, one destiny by the one, the only Marcus Garvey. I like the one Khalid Muhammad said. Oh, regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one God. Lot of mercy, 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 lot of mercy. I'm out of here, people. Peace. Hotep, Shalom, Islam. Peace be unto you. Irie. Take care.